Been a quiet end of December and start to the new year, and I think it's going to stay that way for much of the rest of this week. Doesn't mean we are going to be dry, but we have very limited winter impacts. 13 weather ball tonight is a blinking bright. We may see a period of some light drizzle, some light freezing drizzle, and some snowflakes in sight. It's also green. No change to the 30s now foreseen.
The 13 Weather Ball is sponsored by LaFontaine Lincoln Grand Rapids.
And up north is where we saw cloudy skies and a peek at the sun from time to time, but temperatures in the mid-30s, a little closer to where we should be this time of year. Further south, a little bit more in the way of some sunshine, but kind of just a gray day across to west Michigan. Some sunshine broke loose down in the Kalamazoo area over toward Battle Creek and as far north as southeastern Kent County a couple of hours ago, now that the sun has set. We're focusing on our attention on a cold front to the north and a little trough of low pressure coming through. Doesn't look like a whole lot, but it may be just enough to lift the low levels to get a little bit of drizzle and freezing drizzle going on. That will be late tonight and during the day tomorrow. Temperatures and the type of precipitation will depend on actually how your temperatures react. They're going to be within a few degrees of freezing overnight. And then it quiets down. We get some Thursday sunshine, clouds on Friday. Next weather system over the weekend, we're going to be on the very western edge of that as that heads up into the New England states. West Michigan may actually escape that on Saturday into early Sunday, but I think we'll get some snow flurries and maybe a couple of raindrops out of that. Again, very quiet, but the next weather pattern will be coming in next week, and that may provide quite a bit of snow. We'll talk about that later on. But in terms of snowfall, we're talking pretty much what we saw in December up through the next several days. 1/10 of an inch here tonight, and that would be in the form of snowflakes. And then over the weekend, maybe a couple of 1/10 of an inch of snow as well. You see that storm heading up the Appalachians into the New England states. A next weather system next week will be coming out. Still too early to determine the track of that storm or any kind of snowfall amounts. Just keep in mind it'll be next Tuesday and Wednesday. Temperatures climbing from around freezing to 36 tomorrow, matching our today's high. Low 30s on Thursday, and on Friday we'll still be in the mid-30s, pretty close to our average highs, so nothing to write home about. Long range outlook says we will stay a little bit warmer than average. This is from the 8th through the 12th at the end of our 10-day forecast. Average high is 31, so anything above that is warmer than average, but most of the country going to see higher chances for more precipitation, with the storm track getting a little bit closer to state of Michigan. Tonight, a little bit of patchy freezing drizzle, a couple of snowflakes, temperatures right around or within a degree of freezing, maybe a little bit lower. Probably below freezing up north. I think this might be the impacted areas overnight, but all this will be patchy. And here in the greater Grand Rapids area, we're looking at overnight lows right around 32 to 31. So keep an eye out on the area roads. 13 on your side forecast. So not much going on through the weekend. Next Tuesday and Wednesday, keep an eye on the forecast. There will be some impacts as a storm system heads in our direction, with temperatures in the low and mid-30s. So Elena, perhaps some hope for some winter weather next week.
That sounds pretty good. It's starting to finally feel like what it should feel like here in January.
It's supposed to, yeah.
All right, thanks so much, George.
After one of our warmer Decembers, it has certainly cooled off to more seasonable weather now at the beginning of January. How much longer is that going to last, and are we going to continue without any snow? Well, the 13 weather ball is green. No change to the 30s foreseen, a little closer to average. It's also blinking bright. We may have a patchy, light freezing drizzle or snowflakes in sight tonight and tomorrow.
The 13 Weather Ball is sponsored by LaFontaine Lincoln Grand Rapids.
I'm still going to give a conditional green paw for Jessica to take Noelle out for your walk. Just be very wary of perhaps a spot of some drizzle, maybe a couple of snowflakes, but temperatures are going to be within a few degrees of freezing this evening and tomorrow morning. Not the greatest, but not the worst. We had a bit of sunshine today, so tomorrow just about as much to create green energy from the sun. And our report for wind down considerably from a breezy day today, still 3.4 out of a 10-point scale. Just marginal to create that green electricity. Lots of cloud cover today. There were some breaks opening up later on in the afternoon down to the south and this morning up around Big Rapids, but pretty much overcast skies now tonight, low clouds around, and as a little bit of a trough of low pressure moves on through, the winds have picked up. We also might see a little bit of freezing drizzle or drizzle tonight mixed with some snowflakes, just depending on the temperature. Not really picking up by the models very well. This is snow flurry activity tomorrow. Temperatures are going to be above freezing, so anything that does fall likely will melt. And then we've got sunshine for Thursday, quiet day on Friday as some clouds roll in. Over the weekend, we're watching a system heading up into the Appalachians. We'll be on the very western fringe of that. Might see a few flurries on Saturday and again on Sunday, but not anything to write home about. But next week may be a different story as the jet stream gets a little bit closer. So tonight and tomorrow, we could see enough to wet the ground, maybe 1/10 of an inch of snow or more. The Friday and Saturday and Sunday system is tracking into Pennsylvania and New York State. We're going to be on the very western fringe of that. There might be an inch or so around Jackson and Howell toward the Detroit area. But this is all the way through the weekend. So again, another weekend without any snow on the ground. Colder temperatures starting to settle into the west. We're right on the edge of that, still an equal chance for warmer or colder temperatures than 31. That's from January 10 through 16. And just a slightly higher chance we'll see more system snow or rain in our area. The storm track is still off to our east and out here in the northwestern U.S. Tonight, watch out for a patch or two of some light drizzle early tonight, and then some light freezing drizzle and a few snowflakes late tonight. Temperatures right around or within a degree or two of freezing. Up north, you can expect those winds to die down, upper 20s to near 30. I think this might be the area where there could be a few patchy slick spots late tonight and tomorrow morning. And then here in the greater Grand Rapids area, plus or minus a degree or two of freezing with that patchy precipitation. 13 on your side forecast. Sun comes out on Thursday. We'll see mostly cloudy skies Friday. A few flurries on Saturday as that system zips by to our east into Sunday. Next week, dry on Monday, but I've highlighted Tuesday and Wednesday as impact days. There could be significant snowfall. First chance for plowable and shovelable snow, at least the potential for that right now, and then a little bit cooler weather after that. So there is some hope on the horizon for some snow, Elena.
That sounds good. I think a lot of people are waiting for it, anxiously hoping we get some soon.
I hope we do too.
All right, thanks so much, George. Chief Meteorologist George Lessons outside on the weather deck tonight. And George, definitely need the coat. It's feeling like January, but still no flurries out there.
Not yet, but the winds have picked up, Elena.
Yes, they have.
Definitely need a winter coat here because of the winds. Yeah, we got a wintry mix coming, Elena, here tonight, and that may pose some minor travel issues overnight. 13 weather ball is blinking bright because of that, and it's also green. No change to the 30s foreseen.
The 13 Weather Ball is sponsored by LaFontaine Lincoln Grand Rapids.
Predicted a high of 36 today, and that's what we hit in Grand Rapids, above our average high of 32. We adjusted that forecast at 11 last night, so that's a bullseye for the second day of 2024, and we are back on track after a miss yesterday. There was a bit of some sunshine north of Grand Rapids this afternoon and down to the south, but we've stayed pretty much overcast here in West Michigan. It's pretty quiet across much of the U.S., with the exception of down here in Texas. There are some showers and some thunderstorms there, but one system has left the east coast, another one coming onshore into the west coast, and that might be one of two systems that will be affecting our weather pattern over the next several days to a week or so. A winter storm alerts out west in the Four Corners area in the Sierra Nevada of California, where they could use some snow. As far as our weather pattern, we've got that dip in the jet stream that's going to bring us some freezing drizzle or some snow flurries late tonight and tomorrow. That's about it. That system coming onto California is going to give us a chance of some light snow late Saturday into Sunday, but the majority of the snow will be following the jet stream into the northeast. That'll be from the Appalachians into the northeast. And then the one storm system way off the west coast for next week is going to reform and head in our direction for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Right now, if that storm system is a little bit further south, we will not see a lot of snow with that. If it comes a little bit further north, we could see quite a bit of snow, but at least there is a threat for some snow Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, and perhaps another one toward the following weekend. So we got a stormy week coming up. and that will be next week. We've been waiting all winter for that. In the meantime, we have the light snow and drizzle overnight tonight. There's that system for Saturday night and Sunday from West Virginia on up through northeastern U.S. And this is the system that'll be coming out for later on next week. Already anywhere between about 5 and 10 inches are expected out here in the Rockies. And the potential is for that kind of weather to be heading in our direction. Forecast for tonight, look for some patchy drizzle or some freezing drizzle mixed with snowflakes depending on the temperatures. And then tomorrow, it'll be just drizzle and snowflakes, a mid and upper 30s for highs. So anything that does fall will eventually melt. A little tricky maybe in the morning up north. Your temperatures also climbing above freezing into the mid 30s. And from Grand Rapids southward, that patchy wintry precipitation as well, changing to all liquid with the snowflakes and highs in the mid 30s. 13 on your side forecast. Sun comes out Thursday, mostly cloudy Friday, both those days dry. Few flurries mainly to the east on Saturday, and then a little bit of light snow also possible to the east on Sunday. Dry Monday, and then there's that possible winter impact system that we've highlighted on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. So stay tuned to the forecast for any changes and amounts of snow later on, and then a little bit cooler as we head toward the following weekend.